Hi. So, the stream died again. Don't know what's up with that. Twitch having issues today. 15 minutes in, and 15 minutes till I was almost done streaming, and it dies. Isn't that really weird? That sounds like a planned thing. Anyway, so I finished up these, and then I added these, and yeah. You know, doing our thing. So in case it tries to die again, I do write books as well as doing this video game thing and streaming and hoping to God that it's not going to die in the middle of my stream. Um, but yeah, I write books and they are available on Amazon in hardback, paperback, and ebook. And they are the Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 1, Pirate's Daughter, the Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 2, Misfortune, the Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 3, Hard Times. That's one that I just bought. I bought it with my book money, and I bought, I bought it before, but I bought it with the new cover. I like the new cover. The new cover's good. Um, I wish I could draw, do my own art thing and, make it look as good as I want it to look, but I have to use AI art and, yeah. So anyway, but I bought me a second copy, so now I can do something else with the other copy, and I don't know what to do, except for that my husband did suggest that, or I suggested, one of us two suggested that I donate it to the library, because then, like, or, since it's kind of limited edition now, I could, yeah, it's like a first edition, I could do a giveaway. Um, yeah, so the thing is that I never, ever, 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 ever signed my name the same way twice. And so if I did give you a signed copy, which I am a little worried about because, like you could probably take my signature and, put it on something else and wreak havoc. But, I'm just a little wary about that. But, if I gave you a signed copy of the first edition of my book, then, um, it'd be, it might be worth something one of these days. I don't know. Um, like, I keep remembering the first episode. There'll be 6 different links in the description below to, one for each book, and it'll go directly to that book instead of you having to go and try to look it up yourself. One of the books, you could type in that title and find my book right away because there's no longer any other books. I mean, there's only one other book that has that title, which I think is really weird because I thought that there was a whole bunch of books with that title, Esperanza's Party. I thought there was a whole bunch of titles, but maybe they're falling into the same problem I've got where they're not selling, and so maybe the person took it off the market. But there was like a whole bunch of books that said Esperanza's Party. But then I looked it up, I don't know, about a month ago, probably now, and came up with just my book, which I thought was very interesting. Anyway, who you trying to talk to? Oh, I don't know. I think I have him on my list, but I don't know. Oh, well, I was able to talk to him yesterday. Okay. Yeah, one of the frivolous things, that we don't have to have that I would like to get for the house is a second cat tree in the kitty bedroom because the boys keep fighting over the top spot. Um, Ben's like, "This is my spot. I've worked hard for it." That's his spot. Well, Sam's like, "But I want the top spot." Being the little brother and all. And this is so much better, so much better. If they, like, don't, uh, if they, like, kept it this way forever, I'd be very, very happy. If they don't fix it, it actually works correctly, until after I'm done with my project, I would very much appreciate it. Um, I don't know how I'm gonna do this though. Um, like when we get to town, we still need these, but I don't know how we're gonna do it. Anyway, this is going a lot easier now, and all I have to do is put the. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get to the end of the street, honey. Yeah, probably gonna get to the end of the street. As soon as I'm done with um, that fireworks display, I'll show him a really good reason to be into Minecraft. Well, like I can tell he's talking. Anyway, also, if you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. If you're watching me on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe, subscribe, and notification bell. And probably as soon as we're done with this, um, done getting to the end of the street here, we'll um, anyway, as soon as we're done with the street, we will end the stream. Um, yeah. So, excuse me. As soon as I'm done with this chapter, I think I will work on a project that I've been thinking about. There is a chapter in Pirate's Daughter that there's this captain and he's been stalking Morgan. You know, he wants Morgan for his very own, but Morgan's got a boyfriend. So he he's hanging around watching them at the video rental. If you don't know what that is, it used to be a store and videos were on videotape or DVD, and you paid them, you know, like say $3 to rent the video for a few days, you know, like 3 days, and you had to have the video back. You know, like if you borrowed it on Friday, you had to have it back on Monday, I think it was, or Sunday, something like that. Um, so they're at the video rental, and Hayden sees that the captain is staring at them from across the street, and Jake and Morgan don't believe him for some reason, but he's like, it was the captain. Well, um, later in the, later in the book, um, Morgan is coming home from work. She has to walk home alone because her she bartends at her uncle's bar, and she's got a partner. I think I named him Joe. So we'll go with that. His name is Joe. Anyway, um, Joe isn't allowed to walk her home that night because of the fact that, uh, they're having a dinner party or something like that, and his wife told him to get home on time, or maybe it was just that the wife told him to get home on time, whatever. So he's not able to walk her home. So she goes to her yacht. You know, it's parked in the ocean. She goes to her yacht, and it's just parked in like a boat park, a ship parking, boat parking, whatever, kind of thing. It's like a trailer park but on the ocean. Anyway, and she does what she needs to do. Go to the bathroom and change her outfit and all that. And then she goes and turns off the light. She's gonna go to sleep. Well, the captain watches for a while, makes sure that nobody is gonna disturb her, and then he goes back to his ship for a little bit, and they return later, and he kidnaps her. Hold on. Hello? Billy? Okay. Okay, so I had to go over there, and I had to go over there, and I had to go over there, and then I had it go off that direction. Okay, so this is going that way. Okay. Come on. Now. There. And then. Now, we gotta go and find the other end and finish this out. Yeah, right. Okay, so there we go. This is so much better. Okay, so the only reason why we're going a little over is so we can um get the get the whole entire row done, and then we'll after I'm done with the book and I'm done with the litter boxes and shopping, not in that order, we will maybe come back on here and do more of this. Or we'll surprise you that we just happen to be on the same street that we were just coloring houses. Um, okay, so this is awesome. Please don't make weirdness on my stream. Who wears bright yellow. Um, okay, I don't know what they were talking about, but all of a sudden my husband made a Dick Tracy reference, and he's like, "You remember that one, don't you?" I guess his friend Foggy said no. It's got Warren Beatty and Madonna and Madonna. Okay, when the ladies from Roseanne. I just remember the lady from Roseanne because she's, I think she's the one that played Roseanne's mom, actually. Um, But she sounds different in Dick Tracy. I know there's other people that I recognize in that movie. Oh, like I can't think of his name. But anyway, he plays not Lips Manless, Mumbles. Um um if I remember correctly, he played Mumbles on Dick Tracy. He um he played on a movie called Hero, but that's if I'm remembering that. Played as Captain Hook on the movie Hook. Um, can't think of his name. Robert De Niro keeps popping into my head, and that is a totally different actor. Um, oh, that's what I remember that guy from. Uh, anyway, there was an episode of Murder She Wrote um, that has this one actor in it, and I was like, where do I remember him from? I don't remember where I remember him from. And then I just realized I remember him from being the coach on uh, Teen Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox. And um or what or was it Michael J. Fox? It might have been the yeah, actually it might have been the no, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was my Teen Wolf, not Teen Wolf 2. Um oh, that could have been Teen Wolf 2. I don't know, it's one of the Teen Wolf movies. Um oops. It's definitely one of the Teen Wolf movies. Um Jason Bateman was the other guy. He was the guy in Teen Wolf 2. And he's like all happy that the werewolfness skipped his generation, and then all of a sudden he starts being a werewolf too. Okay, so the idea is that if I put these chains in, then then when I go and put the uprights up, I don't have to worry about the chains. Okay. Those do have that. Yeah, okay. It's just a render distance. It makes it look like there's nothing connecting it. And then you float over a little bit and you're like, oh, there is something. Our kid didn't get any homework either. I thought that was so weird. You know, us adults, grew up always having to do, our 8 hours of schoolwork or whatever it was. I mean, in the classroom. And when we, um, then when we got home, we had homework. Well, our son, he said he only has homework if he missed doing something in class. That was so weird. Okay, I don't know if it's true or not, but my husband's over there saying that you have to have a PhD in hydraulics to get a job as a garbage man. And thinking of, I know that's just a movie, but so not so good example, but but thinking of the okay, there seriously, there is a movie with um Tony Danza. And it's called The Garbage Picking Field Goal Kicking Philadelphia Phenomenon. Their garbage truck, the hydraulic um thing that you pull down so it goes and crushes all the garbage and makes more room. It kept breaking down. So he'd kick it. And that's how he got so good at football. Anyway, that's how he got so good at football. And um, and that you know I don't remember much from that movie, but it was a pretty good movie. And they put him together. I don't know why, but like instead of putting similar people together, they went and gave him like the biggest player on the team to be in the same room with. Okay, so this is so cool. I'm loving this. And I'm not having to put it in individually, one, 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 one. I can put in the whole row. This is so cool. What was that on? What vehicle? Oh. So is he going to upgrade? So is he going to get the new copy? So he can't buy it just because his friends that he hasn't actually physically met can play with him? Oh, okay. Well, I got that, but that doesn't go for two kids. Okay. Okay. So, again, I write books and they're available on Amazon. Um, there's 6 links in the description below. Just pick a book and it'll take you right to it. And, um, dang it. Um, anyway, just pick a book. It'll take you right to it. And as soon as I can, I will double check that. Like probably sometime in November, I will double check that just to make sure. And, but yeah, I pulled it up on Amazon and, didn't even like have me logged in, I don't think. And, so the links do work. And, yeah, just, like I said, pick a book, and it goes right there. Um, Adopted, and the first book is Coral, is children's series, and um, it's supposed to be easy for kids to read. Supposed to be. Me being an adult, I tried really, really hard to make it readable, and I don't know if I succeeded, but I sure did try. There's going to be a follow up book called Ben. There's going to be another follow up book called Sam. And then there's going to be a follow up book called Bobby. With the beginnings part of the series, there's going to be a follow up book called Finding Love. There's going to be a follow up book called Missionary. And there's going to be a follow up book. I don't remember if I made it Amnesia or Lost Memory, but one of those two. And then the other one, it's Lost Memory. And then the other one that will be coming later in the series is Amnesia, because one of our characters gets amnesia and becomes the evil version of herself again, and um decides that Morgan Bell is the big bad pirate in the area and she wants to conquer her. Um anyway, so lots and lots of books to read. If you're a big book reader, or if you just you think you ought to read some more books, my books are pretty good. I love them. I really do. I totally love them. Um, so my books are one of those, are one of those books that I can fall asleep to because it makes me feel cozy and you, if a book makes me feel cozy and I don't have to really think about what's going on in the story, because if I do, of course my uh are we ready to go?
You're still streaming.
Well, I am, but are we?
You're still streaming.
Answer the question.
I was ready to go an hour ago.
Okay. Yeah.
You're still
So,
streaming.
anyway, if, if the story makes me feel like I don't have to think about anything and I can just, listen to the story and fall asleep to it, then, that's perfect. Now, outsiders ought to be like that, but it's kind of, it would be like trying to fall asleep to Blue Bloods or or a Wild West show. Um, it's just it's or Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Which you've tried to do that too.
I mean, I've done that. I've seen all those episodes, tons of times. Not all of them. I've seen season 1 through 4 tons of times. I think I've seen parts of 5. I think I've seen parts of 5, maybe parts of 6, but not that much stuff. I mean, but not that much, and I definitely have not seen season 7. Um, yeah, I just know that there's one episode where Buffy and Spike were kissing on her back porch, and I was like, when did that happen? Now, if you know when that happened, please don't tell me. I will watch the whole entire series one of these days. I own every single episode. I just have to pop it in a DVD player. Well, since the DVD player is not plugged into the TV, I'll probably have to plug it into the Xbox, but I'll watch it eventually. Um, anyway, now that I've made this stream way longer than it was supposed to be, um, please buy my books. They make great Christmas presents. They would probably make a really good trick instead of treat for Halloween on, what is it, Friday? Um, um, Adopted would be a good book to put in kids' trick or treat bags. But if you're doing tricks, but most people do treats. Um. Oh, and just so everybody knows, Halloween candy will be going on sale right after Halloween, usually. If you like candy and can afford to buy some, I totally recommend buying the candy on sale. It might even be going on sale like Halloween Day. I doubt it, but it.
Discounted before.
What?
Walmart, they had us go through and discount a bunch of it ahead of time.
Yeah,
Like the day before.
yeah, like Walmart. They'll have they had their
Everybody's selling Christmas candy by now.
they had some of us discounting the candy like the day before Halloween. So, just saying, if you haven't bought your Halloween candy yet and you do plan to, pass some out, you might get some really good discounts.
Power to the procrastinator.
And husband saying power to the procrastinator. And there may be the Christmas candy out already, or if not, it'll be coming very, very soon.
It's already on the shelf.
It's already on the shelf?
Along with the stuff for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember seeing the Christmas candy, but the Thanksgiving stuff's out already. They like to try to stay at least a month ahead, and I seriously think that one of these days they're going to be so far ahead that they're just going to be on time.
No, there's a bit more strategy to it than that.
Not really. They have back to school stuff in June.
Yes, there are kids who go back to school in July.
Yeah, but they have back to school stuff in June. The kids just graduated and back to school. And then they don't have back to school stuff in August and September.
Well, that's because all the kids started in July. Didn't you know? Everybody does. Just ask the parents of the kids that are in marketing. You know?
But I used to like to buy stuff for myself, crayons and stuff during the back to school time because it's cheaper. Or at least it used to be cheaper. Like you could go a whole thing of crayons for 50 cents, even though they're like $2 now. I don't know prices actually because I haven't been down that aisle. I like to get those flat the foam board, and I like to get that and make my little book advertisements. I want to I like the canvas idea better, but I wanted to get a foam board and come up with like a kind of elaborate thing where it's got plastic pockets a little bit bigger um, than the book cover, and do it that way. And I think it would take too much. So yeah, I am a little sorry that this went so long, but the internet kept cutting out, and the internet kept cutting out. So I feel like, so did double bagging that help? Good. Um, the internet kept cutting out, so it feels like I didn't give you a good enough video. But yeah. So when I get back, I will post all these, and you'll get to see them. And if you're watching me on YouTube, and two more polls, and then I'll be at a stopping point. No, seriously.
Said 6 polls ago.
No, that's not what I said 6 polls ago. I've got witnesses.
No better than that.
Speaking of that, I need to um speaking of that, I need to go and check my analytics on YouTube when I get back, because one of my videos, I was so surprised. It's one of my Disneyland Adventure videos, and Disneyland Adventures videos, and it's not even the one that I thought was gonna be the thing. Um, Everyone's watching the one with the gorillas, and I don't, like, I don't mind. I'm really happy about that. But like, why that one? You know, if I was gonna seriously, if I was gonna watch one, I would watch the one where it shows um how to beat the river so you can get all the hidden Mickeys. But okay, so I'm gonna park here to show me. Look, I'm still putting in poles, and then we can finish that street with the coloring, and then we'll put in poles, and then we'll yeah, and keep going toward town. There's 10 streets, and we're working on 5. I think we're working on the 5th street, and it's jungle. Yeah. So we got oak, spruce, cherry, birch, and jungle. I decided cherry was gonna be the third street because that's like, you know, it, it's it's close but not too close to the mansion, you know. Anyway, and it's only important in one book so far. Um, I still have to figure out where Dawn lives. Dawn. Um, Craig's girlfriend. Well, she's gonna start out Craig's friend, and then she's gonna become Craig's girlfriend. But that's not the point here right now. Anyway, so please check out my books. Like I said, there will be 6 links in the description below. Just pick a book and you will zoom right over to Amazon where those books are, and they come in hardback, paperback, and ebook. If you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. If you are watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share with people. Share, 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 please. Comment. Even if you're just telling me what you had for breakfast this morning, I would be happy for the comment. And subscribe and notification bell, and and please get those valid public watch hours up. I need the valid public watch hours. I don't understand what makes something a valid public watch hour versus a not valid, but we need it, please. And I will see you in the next stream or video. Sorry, I got distracted by a squirrel walking across the street in Attractions Live's video. He made it across the street just fine. Okay. Now I will see you in the next streamer video.